that how many of you have changed your breakfast and like normal breakfast to our nutrition shake? How many felt that it is not going to be sufficient or something? It may not be suffice and you want to eat something. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ? How many times you people had that doubt? And even when our coach says you have your shake and afterwards if you feel hungry you eat something, avaglu now convince agirlilla, but only when we started taking the nutrition shake then we realized it's more than enough and we can have everything within that shake and we can stay up to lunchtime. And that is something has gone into our this thing, and every day our coach is going to monitor the time, right? And also the dosage what we take or the quantity what we take. And that is why we have the system of taking the picture of the shake, consuming, and then posting it in our group. Everybody knows that we had our shake. But now, how almost all of you are almost say 2 months to 3 months, and then 1 month, and then 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ routine ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. Do you feel comfortable when you change from shake to normal breakfast? ಅವತ್ತೇನೋ ಒಂಥರ ತಳಮಳ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನೋ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೆ. Okay. Likewise, we were switched to workout. We were switched to drinking water. And we have switched to a different way of having lunch from our usual lunch. All that has been cultivated as a habit, and now it has become lifestyle. For me, now, if I don't sleep by 10:30, then the whole day next day is going to be something a different way altogether. So we have used to now sleep early, get up early, work out, do some meditation or something, plan for the day, and then have our nutrition, après shake and lunch and shake, and all that is now set. And we are more comfortable. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ changes ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, remember ನಮ್ coaches ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ 1 month. 1 month you have to be stable with your routine. So ಇದಕ್ಕೂನು ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು basis ಇದೆ. There is a basis why we do it for 1 month. And the topic that we have taken for today is 21-90-day rule. It's not a rule or something, or it is something like habit creation and then habit validation. It happens over 90 days. So ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ 21 ದಿನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು so that it becomes a habit? ಅದಕ್ಕೂ reasons ಇದೆ, scientific reasons ಇದೆ. I hope all of you agree. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ we have gone through that experiment, right? And we have changed that, and we have seen how it is going to benefit. But remember, there are few things that will happen, and I am going to show you a video. Every time you change your habit, you learn something new. It is going to be happening with our neurological system. That is where something that, and it has been told, why only 21 days? It's not 21 days for everyone for habit creation. Or to make something as a habit, it's not always 21. For some, it is going to be little earlier, 18 days. For some, it's going to be 30 days. For some, it's going to be 60 days. And it can also extend even up to 254 days. That's what scientific study says. And if we are sticking and say first results namig barlila anta heli, if we continue to stick to the same habit for say 254 days, remember that is going to be the habit that we have created. And of course, lifestyle ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಈ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, all of you know we have our neurons working together. In whatever that we learn, whatever new skill that we develop, and whatever a new learning that happens or the routine change, anything. So if you look at this particular video, I think all of you can understand why it happens. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, this is a recent interest that I have picked up reading about the neurological system, and I follow a lot of people and literature, and most of it not in printed, but I study or look at online materials. But it is very well validated. Globally renowned people have put up their theories, okay? And this is something, all of them has been already established theory. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಐ ಟಾಕ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನ್ಯೂರಾನ್ಸ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್. All of us have a specific set of healthy neurons, okay? And kids, it's going to be more in number, okay? And for adults, the number may deplete, okay? Or they say, for example, nimgeno injury agittu athwa you have gone through a serious kind of medical issues and all, and at that time the number of neurons may reduce. And even if you are under malnutrition, then also the neurons will become weak, okay? And whole of the action happens, okay? And andre whatever we learn and whatever we incorporate and whatever we memorize, that happens because neurons are going to remember it, okay? And let's see how it is going to happen, okay? Give me a second, I'll share a video. It's a very small video, and all of you can make out how this is going to happen. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Share. ಇದನ್ನ beginning ಇಂದ ನೋಡಿ, ಎರಡು neurons, they are transmitting signals, and most of them are going to be very mild electric signals. You see how they transmit and how the other one is received. A lines clean ಆಗಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? And this is going to be more frequent. You have healthy neurons, and more of such communication will happen if you have more of neurons in number. ಅದರ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ, ಬಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಇದ್ದು ಅದರ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಫಿಶಿಯಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, this is what is going to happen. Whenever you learn a new language, whenever you learn a new skill, this is going to happen. Just see that two neurons which are totally not connected, they get connected with the signals. And for the complete transmission, and talking of two neurons, when that complete transmission happens between each of them in each direction, that is when we make our habit or something that goes into ಅದೊಂಥರ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಬೆಡೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ತರ ಆಗೋದು when that complete communication is complete, and they keep talking every time. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್, a new sort of nerves should talk to each other, and the signals should get transmitted between them whenever we invoke that, okay, that particular thing. This happens with every habit that we are going to do. And another thing, the communication becomes more stronger if we keep doing it every day. Not we do once and then stop, andre ad communication agirutte matte it will break. And when you learn something new, that is going to be a new kind of communication, or new set of neurons will come into picture. This is what makes the difference in making a habit creation in 18 days, 21 days, 30 days, 60 days, 254 days. ಇಷ್ಟು ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದಾರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೂ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. Okay. Now, how many of you have seen when you cultivate a new habit, you shed another habit? Yes or no? Say, for example, ನೀವೀಗ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So, what are the things that will start along with that? ನಮ್ 6 ಗಂಟೆ ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ?
Wake up early.
Exactly. And you stopped one routine. What is that?
Sleeping, waking up late.
Getting up late. ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು 5 AM ಕ್ಲಬ್ಗೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. So where we have started that, we need to, I mean, that is again, we think we should come, I mean, at least 5 AM. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, there is a whip. ಇಲ್ಲ ರವಿನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಇಂದ ಕಾಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೋಪಿ ಸರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು
ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವೇರ್ ಯು ವೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮ್.
Yes. And another thing, adana we realize it over a period of time. When the mind realizes the goodness of a new habit, definitely that is going to be cultivated. And this is something that you rejoice, right? You started doing the workout and you feel that difference in the energy, difference in your movement, or the difference in freedom of movement. Then you will feel, okay, fine, this has happened. And this you will realize. Adikene ನೀವು habit create ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ you should give time to think about what happened with this. And if you give, say, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, or 8 minutes, or 10 minutes in thinking, what are the changes that happened with this new habit? Okay, then you will realize the pros and cons of it. And you start doing it next day. Okay, let me see what happens if it is going to be the same. Oh, fine, it happened. Next day it happened. And then let me see third day. You are still doubtful. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ ತಲೆನೇ ಹಂಗಿರತ್ತೆ. ಅದು it doesn't get convinced at one shot. So you keep doing it. And this is something that is going to happen. ಇದನ್ನೇನೆ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. This is a term coined by some people who are doing neurological studies. There are 3 people. Hebb anta obru idare, so all Westerners. And then recently, the consolidation is happening by one new scientist, who is Huberman, and Huberman Labs, Huberman Podcasts antane ide, bekandre nodi. He gives a lot of things in this. And then ಈಗ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯು ಪುಟ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. ಇದಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಗಿದ್ವಿ, ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ 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 ನನಗೆ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು 18 days, 21 days ಅಷ್ಟಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ದ ರಿಯಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್, ರೈಟ್? Whole of the things have changed. Lot of things have changed. You started workout ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the other things have changed. ನಿಮ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕೇಡಿಯನ್ ರಿದಮ್ಗೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. I'm taking only the example of workout because that's more, what you say, more convincing. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವರ್ಕೌಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀವ? ಎಲ್ರು ಬರ್ತೀವ ಸರ್? ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ ಮೃತ್ಯುಂಜಯ ಸರ್? ಈಗ ಸೆಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗ್ಲೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್. ಆದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕೌಟೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೋಡ್. ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೈಕಾಲು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಏಜ್ ವೈಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. ನೀವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ದ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟಿಂಗ್. Even with our shake, what we have noticed before the shake and after the shake, what we have noticed? Can anyone say?
More energy.
Changes. Drastic illidrudu, some observable changes. You put a bracket now. ನೀವು 1 month ಶೇಕ್ ಕೊಡುದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಮುಂಚೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಇಬ್ರು?
I lost weight.
ಹಾ right. So then lost weight. That was an observable change. And you were actually feeling happy about it, right? Because you intended to do that. And it was giving result. And when mind works on it, definitely you will get. That's the positiveness that is going to bring. The results are mostly in the mind, and that will come.
Especially when I was not able to lose by doing everything else.
Yes.
And then finally when I lost, it was a tremendous happiness. Like finally I achieved it. And that too not 1 or 2 kilo, no? So you shed out all your extra kilos. It feels so good.
Oh, good. And this is where I am saying the task bracketing happens. Okay.
My sugar readings came down.
Yes. ನೀವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪೆಂಡ್. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಗರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಗೊಂಚೂರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೈಕ್ ಇದ್ರು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ಬಿಗರ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು intentionally kept the observation. ನನಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಮೃತ್ಯುಂಜಯ ಸರ್ 5ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬಿಗೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಎವ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ 5th, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, you will start observing it and you will realize the goodness of it, the benefits of it, and that will again make you stick to that particular habit. And now habit validation ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ? ಇದು 21 days ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿರೋ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ನ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ಡ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕನ್ಸಾಲಿಡೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್, you have consolidated with your weight scale readings. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋ ಹಂಗೆ ನಮ್ ಕೋಚ್ಗಳು ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಕೋಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ because everyone has to get into the lifestyle of wellness, happy, healthy wellness, and that is a normal life. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ. So they set the tone, they set the routine, and then we start observing the result, and then we stick to it, right? Only after validating what is happening is something good for us. And this is the extra period. Idu validation. Lifestyle ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. Remember, every habit you need to spend some time in a day to look into what is happening because of this habit. Okay, you start meditation. ಈಗಿನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, we need to bring the all thoughts into a kind of focus. We need to bring a spreadness of thoughts irodana. We need to concentrate on one thing, one thought, right? ಅದನ್ನು ಆಗತ್ತೆ. So when you do meditation every day, it is going to be the change that I observed and I appreciated is that ನನಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಷಯಗಳಿರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು. ಅಂಡ್ ಅನದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಹಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಥಾಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ಲೆಸ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಐ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. But what happened later, after my nutrition levels, my hormone levels, and my body conditions, everything got tuned to a normal way, then I realized my mind is working at a greater speed. And then I started meditation. Avaga namige thoughts ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಗೆ ಬರಕ್ ಶುರು ಆಯ್ತು. And I also have witnessed the change, and I have already also communicated in the group. ನಂಗೆ ಆ ರಶ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಒನ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್. ಅದೊಂಥರ ವೇವ್ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಹಾ, ಫೋಟೋ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ.
Yeah, because you are expressing your result, right? So I thought of showing that.
ಹಾ.
And Prabhavati, the best people would be to share about their experience. ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅರ್ಚನಾ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ರು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅದು ನೀವು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವೇರ್ ಅರ್ಚನಾ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್ ರೋಲ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2-5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಈಗ ಆಯ್ತು. 21 ಇದು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್, ಯು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್. ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡು? ಒಂದಿನ ಶೇಕ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ?
Come back to the habit again.
Restart. Every next day is a new day. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ರಂಜಿನಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ದ ಕಾಂಪನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ? ಇಫ್ ಇದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಇದೆ. ನಂಗೆ SSM ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಮೀಲ್ SSR ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆನೆ ತಿಂಡಿ 2 ಶೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ 2 shakes are required in order to keep the whole thing in our system. Then the body in system working normally, and all the organs are healthy. Adashtu beku, so ashtu we have to do, and we know we have to take. Somehow we will compensate. Estondu tricks ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಮಾನಸ ಟಕ್ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆವಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಊಟ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಅವ್ರದೇ ಮಂತ್ರ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Have only Formula 1 without shake weight and protein. You can compensate for that, right? And I remember it was told to Sudha once, and I remember that. And I keep doing it sometimes when I slip from my habit of eating normally. Okay. So this is something that I wanted to tell. And everyone in the frame, whomever I am seeing, have seen the results of habit creation, good habit creation, and also shedding the bad habits, right? So both of them are going to be complementary. The goodness and the badness, we have realized, we made a clear distinction, and we have stuck to it. And that is where the benefits are going to start. And the rest of the things we get tuned to in our system. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಈಗ ಡೈಲಿ invitation, DMOs and other things, this also is a habit creation. And this, if we do regularly, then we will keep doing it. ನನ್ಗಂತೂ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾನಸ 2-3 ಟಿಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ರು. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, you do the next invitation and then overcome that negativity. So then you will think of it. So there are tricks, and everyone is going to learn. But remember, you have to keep all your neurons intact, communicating each other in a normal way till the end of our life. And that is when we come out of so many issues, whether neurological or physiological, we will always feel fit mentally as well as bodily. Thank you very much. So that is where we have the 2190 days rule. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಇದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Okay, they can learn as many skills as they can when they are learning, because they are free, their minds are free, and they have a lot of time. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. But when you are young, pick up the best habits and get the benefit of it, and follow this 2190 days rule. And if it doesn't happen within 20 days, don't get disheartened. You will find in a due course of time. So ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅದು ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. So we need to spread it to others, so that we will do it, of course, diligently. Some of us are doing, and occasionally some of them are doing, and incidentally sometimes it happens. So let's do it as a habit. Thank you very much. Narayan, you would like to add?
No, very clear and logical explanation how this 2190 days rule applies, that neuron energy and everything. First day ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಅಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಹೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ರಭಾವತಿ ಜಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಶೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡೂ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ than anyone else in the session. I'm sure each one of us got benefited out of this session, including yourself, and ನನಗಂತೂ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಭಾವತಿ ಅವರೇ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಮೋನಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆದ್ರು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾರು ಹೋದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲಿಂದ, ಬಟ್ ಸುಷ್ಮಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ